Hailing from Sharon Hills, Pennsylvania, Jalen Duren is a 6'11" big weighing 250 pounds with a 7'5" wingspan who played his college ball at Memphis. Let's start on the defensive end. Duren is a highlight reel shot blocker. He is only about 6'11", but he's an unreal vertical athlete, and his hops help him get upstairs to swat these shots. He's got a quick reload on his jumps, and that helps him get up multiple times to block attempts. I'd expect him to be a decent rim protector at the NBA level at the very least. He's so scary as a shot blocker, guys don't even want to get shots up when he's behind them. Even when he's just going up for contests, he shows good length and verticality. As a post defender, he's strong and physical, and should hold up reasonably well against most big men at the NBA level. He is, however, pretty lackluster when it comes to tracking back, which meant that the Tigers gave up more than a few easy points over the course of the season. On the offensive end, he's a very smart passer. You'll find guys from the post with these over-the-shoulder flings. He's also quick to identify and execute these passes, which indicates a high level of IQ and confidence. You'll also find cutters with these little dump-offs like this. Here he manages to see his teammate cutting behind him and gets it to him accurately and on time. He's also capable of making passes on the move. He loves attracting the defense's attention on his way to the basket before finding shooters in the corners. These little short roll passes are very easily translatable to the NBA. He's also an emphatic dunker and is more than willing to get up there to ensure the points. With a super simplified offensive role in the NBA, we could rarely see the skill flourish. Being put in pick and rolls where he can get opportunities to throw it down at the basket could be super efficient offense for NBA teams. As soon as he gets into these sort of positions, he's immediately ready to get up there for a flush. He also gets up there for offensive rebounds, which helps his team get extra possessions and thus extra scoring opportunities. He's also a terrific lob finisher. This gives teams an option to throw it up there and get some pretty easy buckets. However, the further away from the basket his shot attempts are, the more questionable they become. He's actually a very inconsistent finisher at the rim when he's not dunking all over the opposition. He will miss wide open opportunities and doesn't quite have the necessary touch on some of these. This is a bit concerning, especially if his role, at least early on, is going to be a rim runner. His floater rarely goes in and his mid-range game is very bad. He's still not afraid to take these shots on, but they often end up just rimming out. I mean, it's just miss after miss after miss with some of these. The fact that he's taking them is somewhat encouraging and represents a foundation to build off of, but for the moment, I wouldn't be too confident in this part of his game. He averaged 26.7 points, which is solid considering his role. His 4.7 blocks and 9.9% block rate is below the numbers his peers posted, which is a bit of a concern. His rebounding numbers were solid. His numbers do look a lot rosier when you talk about his passing though. His 2.8 assists and 10.5 assist rate is just below the very best in his class. He did turn the ball over a lot more though, but that's expected with how Roy is. His 60.8% true shooting is below what you'd want, and that's mainly down to his poor free throw shooting. Durant's draft stock has moved like a roller coaster. He started off the year in most people's top 10s and even in some top 5s. Some early season struggles and general underperformance by Memphis led to him slipping down many boards. He did, however, have a strong second half of the year and has seemed to have regained the favor of a lot of scouts. The big draw with Durant is the fact that he'll be drafted as an 18-year-old and won't turn 19 until November. He's still so young, and that potential for growth is really tantalizing. The fact that he developed so much in just 1 year in an imperfect situation at Memphis should be very encouraging. A realistic floor for him would be an energy big who can protect the rim and slam it home at the basket on offense. A realistic ceiling for him would be a versatile interior big man on offense who commands the paint on defense.